And no one's the wiser.
You're right. Hey everyone, it's Tara. Welcome back to my channel. Say hi.
Hi.
We
I
are
really
here.
wanted you to say hi, John, so I could do the hi, John.
John's practicing his dad jokes. He's getting real good.
Always ready for him.
Yeah. We're here with part 2 of the, what did I call it? The husband reading challenge. I don't know. Part 2 of the video that I posted. The last video John was in.
Yeah.
Where
How are you doing on that challenge? How many books have you read so far?
0.
I know. I just want to make sure everyone out there can keep you accountable too.
Thanks.
You're so welcome. I'm the best.
So I have 6. We just ate and I'm making all sorts of noises. I have my 6 books for John.
I wonder if that's going to come through. It's going to be like you just bursting into laughter all of a sudden.
I don't know.
I am hilarious.
Anyways, so I have 6 books for John. I've already talked to him about most of these, I think. But
Probably.
So we're gonna.
How many excuses do I get?
0.
Good.
Because I didn't get any.
That's the whole premise here.
And I'm being nice, I think.
As was I think.
Some of my commenters wanted me to have you read the Hannah Swinson series, and I said no. So, you know.
I mean, you're not giving the viewers what they want?
No, I'm giving you what you want.
That I find that preferable, but I'm sure everyone else doesn't. So. But
still stuff that, like, I don't know that you would pick up necessarily on your own. All right, let's just dive right in. All right, so first up is the gimme.
Yours was Darker Shade of Magic,
yeah.
Mine.
Mistborn. And it's a gimme because we are actively listening to this right now. We are 250 pages in. So John had tried this a couple years ago and didn't write. It wasn't for him. But that was before he read any other Brandon Sanderson.
Yeah, so now that I am like in the Cosmere, it's just a completionist thing at the very least.
So that's number 1. Number 2, we're actually going to do this for number 2. All right, number 2 is, I'm being very, very nice here. I'm saying John has to read 1 of my Riley Sager books.
1 of them.
1 of them. And he can choose whichever one he wants.
Okay. All right.
You don't have to choose right now.
What, you don't want me to read the back of every single one right now?
No. Because I'll tell you, my 2 favorites are Home Before Dark and Lock Every Door. The problem is both of these have like somewhat paranormal type themes. And that's not John's, like, John's not into that at all. So. You spoiled this one for me. What? Yeah.
You saw thrillers, and I feel like you've told me about all of them, so
I did spoil this one. I read this one on our honeymoon. This was my first one the last time I lied that I read. I don't think I spoiled this one for you.
Yeah, maybe you didn't.
Final Girls. Which, honestly, that's probably the one that I would think he would read.
I'm going to tentatively choose that one.
Okay, so he's going to tentatively choose this one. This is the one that I think he would like the most, so it's probably the one I would have chosen. I mean, Lock Every Door is not super, super paranormally, not as much as Home Before Dark, but I forgot that I had spoiled the last time I lied because I was like, oh, John will never read this.
And in my mind, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to read it, just tell me.
So 1 of my Riley Sager books. Then we have another one that I think is like kind of a gimme, which is The Martian by Andy Weir. I say it's a gimme because we saw the movie.
Yeah.
And he didn't hate it.
No, I like the movie. I don't mind sci-fi movie. I'm just not too big into like sci-fi reading in most cases. But do this.
And then we can watch the movie again. I think I thought the movie was really good, and I think the book's better, and it's funny. Like, because the movie, he can only like say the F-bomb like so many times before it's like bumped up to like rated R or whatever, and he drops it a lot more. But it's so funny. He's like, oh, like because he finds himself in a lot of those situations, and I think it's hilarious. All right, then we have my incredibly beat up copy of The Innocent Man by John Grisham. I chose this because, well, John's dad read it first. John said, stole this from me. Read it without telling. No, he took it without asking.
But he returned it.
He did return it, but he's like, Tara, did you read The Innocent Man? And I was like, no. He's like, oh, I borrowed it from you. It's really good. And then I listened to it, and I thought it was really good. And I think John should,
We'll see if the book survives a reading.
I listened to the audio, and honestly, the audio was really good, so I need a new copy.
Yeah.
Like, really bad. So there's that. What are we at?
That's 4.
1, 2,
That's
3.
4.
Okay. All right. Next up, we have Nighthouse by Leigh Bardugo. So I chose this. This isn't like one of my like favorite books ever or anything, but it's like magical realism set at Yale. And it's like, about the Yale secret societies. It's the first book in a series, but I don't feel bad about that because you gave me 5 series to start.
Every single book I read is part of a series.
And
99% of the time.
She hasn't even published another one yet. So we'll see.
I don't have a series aversion like you do.
I don't have a series aversion.
You have a bit of a series
I just need to finish some of the series I've started before I start more.
Why?
Because I can't remember everything.
That's true of any book. It's true of any book.
All right.
If you wait long enough, you forget.
I want to be nice again.
Well.
Because I'm torn between these last 2.
Okay.
So I'm going to let you choose again.
Okay.
Okay. So I think I initially talked to you about The Cuban Affair by Nelson Demille, which Nelson Demille is an author that I learned about from John's dad. And The Cuban Affair is nice because it's a standalone. John read Plum Island, but he doesn't want to continue the series, I don't think.
Not right now, no.
The main character in this is like around our age, and most of his characters are a little bit older, so that's nice. So this. Or I actually got a comment this morning that was like, oh, you should have John read Scythe, which I really enjoyed. I haven't finished the series yet. I have one more book, but I know you're not a huge fan of dystopian, though.
Yeah.
So one of these 2. I won't make you choose right now.
Okay. I mean, I'm leaning towards this more so than this, but I guess we'll see what I end up doing. Kind of leave the choice open.
Yeah.
Do you know how long it took me to realize that that's the face?
Probably as long as it took me to realize the exact same thing in Thunderhead, except it took me reading all of this book and all of Thunderhead before I realized that that's a face.
And not just like a hood cover.
Yeah, it took me a really long time
to
make that. So those are, see, I'm being nice. I'm giving John, like, choices.
I feel like I was very nice in my
So we will tentatively say, goodness gracious, we will tentatively say these are the 6 books that John has to read, but he can choose a different Riley Sager, and he can choose to read Scythe instead of The Cuban Affair if he so desires, as long as he reads one of those. So, we still don't have stakes. Like,
there are no stakes.
It's just
there will be much shame if the books aren't read.
Sure.
The boys are playing downstairs.
They are. All right.
That's better than other outcomes.
It's true. They could be causing a lot more noise. So yeah, that is part 2. I guess part 3 will be when we read these.
I'm sure there'll be updates in your vlogs.
Yeah, my vlogs are like you'll know when I finish books that John gave me because they'll be in my wrap up.
Mine will be a mystery.
Yeah. So I guess we'll see who finishes first. I don't know who it'll be.
Depends on who wants to win.
John,
for all the bragging
John
rights.
can be like really competitive, so.
I mean, can I though?
So, all right. Well, that is it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, happy reading.
Bye.